What's up, guys? Time to show off the newest build that will be available on Saturday night's event. This is one of my original acid etch dials from 2020. We've got, I guess you can treat it either direction. I built it more as a pilot style, but if you notice, I did not do the star circle crown, the star circle here, and I went with an exhibition caseback on the back to kind of play that balance where I didn't pick a direction with it. I did the same thing with the insert. I didn't treat it as either direction, but what I was getting at is this can kind of look like a skull fighter pilot with your helmet and goggles, or it could be a motorcycle rider. So you can actually take it either direction. Nothing's really there definitive to go either way. So just took this acid etched and baked dial, which is very awesome looking, and put it in a nice 170 brushed case, which is one of the, it's not necessarily larger than the other cases, at least this way. It does stand up a little bit taller, and it's got a deeper lug set, so I can use a nice thick strap on that and not worry about it rubbing against the case. But I went with a aggressive matte black shark tooth bezel, and then I did a titanium scandi insert, which has your minute referencing and your hour markers. Did a set of aged Moldova hands with a solid non-lume seconds hand. Signed rotor in there, stainless steel movement holder in there, if you can see. It's actually a steel movement holder. And then a small window exhibition case back. I still have a few of these left from where I had a 300 made back in 2021. Then this is on a comparable to the dial. I tried to find colors that matched. So especially in this area here where it's a little bit distressed, flows nicely with that brass dial. Wristbound strap with a brushed pre-V buckle. So that's the build. You've got a nice stout case, a little bit of an oversized bezel on that, so this will wear nicely. Bezel on this will turn left, it'll turn right. It is a tension ring bezel, it is not a click bezel. This is an automatic movement, so as you're moving, as you notice, the rotor stays moving too. What it's doing is it's turning this, which is in turn turning this, and compressing the mainspring. But if you're not going to be super active after you set your time, you're going to want to wind it as soon as you grab it to make sure you do not lose time throughout the day. So you're going to back the crown off the threads until you can hear it and feel it clicking. You'll get a little bit of play there. You'll know if you're off that crown tube. At that point, you can wind. And a wind is a turn away from you, or clockwise as you're looking at it. Counterclockwise does not wind it, but it is a lot easier to keep your finger spacing and go back and forth, because when I do this, I start threading it back on, and then I got to back it off and do it again, whereas you can just do this, and if you start threading it on, you can pull it off just a little bit on that back twist. Put a little bit of pressure, pulling it away to make sure you stay off that. But 4 or 5 seconds of that before you put it on will keep your time throughout the day, mixed with that rotor movement. If you do it for another 4 or 5 seconds, you're going to max out your 31 hour plus power reserve. You cannot overwind it. Those reversers there will not put any more pressure onto that mainspring, as you have a slipping mainspring. When you're happy with your winding, you're going to pull it to the one and only click. You can now set your time. You do not have a hacking movement, so that will keep ticking even though that's pulled out. And then you can set your time. You also notice you've got a little bit of play there. This is a wobble crown. That deflects lateral pressure from going into the stem and into the movement. So when you're pushing and prying on it, you're not putting any adverse pressure on your keyless works. Alexa, what time is it? 12:57 a.m. When you're good, you're going to push that back over, get it out of that time setting, and then wind it down. As with every build, you're going to get matching beads. Now this is a kind of custom little one-off dial that I've just been holding for years. So no matching box. You're just going to get a nice burnt BBW slider box with an Atlas watch pillow inside. It's also going to come with watch cleaner. This is good on all glass and metal. So everything here in the center. Non-streaking, non-toxic, non-residue, as well as your microfiber. You're going to get leather conditioner to keep this strap perfectly soft. If you ever feel that it's not, I'd apply it on the back, work it in, remove any excess using a rag or something. Don't use your microfiber. You don't want to have that like get hard on there and then you start scratching up your glass, because this glass can scratch because it is acrylic. So if it does, you're going to use a little bit of this fine scratch remover and put it on there. Buff it out with the color matching microfiber. This is for acrylic glass. This is Novus 2 from Amazon, just repackaged. It is like Polywatch. And if you scratch it, you'll just fill it in and then go against it, back and forth, filling that scratch. And then buff it, generate a little bit of heat with your thumb, and you should get it polished right out. So that's the build. If it's going to you, congrats. I hope you love it. And if you want me to be able to do something custom and unique, reach out. I'll see what I can do. If you want to continue to see videos like this, like and subscribe, so I put them up all the time. Thanks, guys.